Hey everyone, my name is Becca and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I'm so excited to have you with us. This channel focuses on first chapter Friday read-alouds for all of your favorite upper elementary and middle grade novels. Today we are going to be reading not exactly the first chapter, but the first 10 pages of The One and Only Ruby by Katherine Applegate, who has won Newbery Medal winners for The One and Only Ivan, which so many of us love and are familiar with. So I'm going to start by reading the front and side cover to give us a little synopsis of what this book is going to be about. A first friend is a true gift because forever after, your heart knows what's possible. Ruby is a young elephant who loves playing in mud, floppy running, and spending time with her best friends, Ivan, the silverback gorilla, and Bob, the mutt. She loves her herd at the sanctuary too, but she also misses the elephants of her past, the family she was born into on the African savannah, and Aunt Stella at the mall circus. Ruby's tasks are starting to come in, and her herd will soon celebrate her Tusk Day. She knows from firsthand experience that for elephants, tusks are important, but they can also bring grave danger. Ruby remembers her life before the sanctuary, before the circus, before she knew what loss meant. When she shares her story with those she loves most, she begins to find the courage to embrace every part of her journey and herself. Katherine Applegate returns to the world of the modern classic, The One and Only Ivan, and the instant bestseller, The One and Only Bob, in this deeply moving sequel that shares the story of young Ruby as she starts a new chapter in life. All right, we are going to dive right on in. So the author actually starts by giving us this really fun illustrated page of elephant body language, as well as an elephant glossary. So as you are reading through this novel and coming across words that you may not know and that are in relation to the elephants, you can flip back to that glossary and learn about that word. Now, I'm only going to read the first 10 pages, as this book isn't really broken up into chapters. It's kind of broken up into these small little mini sections. And so we're going to read the first 10 pages. Excuse me, it's fall over here, and we all know how that can be. All right, my big little problem. Nobody ever listens to the littlest elephant. And around here, the littlest elephant is me. Brave. When you're the littlest elephant, even if you very helpfully say, "Hey, I'd better jump in the pond to see if any giant, hungry, snaggletooth crocodiles might be hiding in there," one of the grown-ups will say, "I think you've had plenty of water play today." And then if you splash in the muddy water with your trunk, just to be extra sure there aren't actually any giant, hungry, snaggletooth crocodiles hiding in there because you are that amazingly brave, not that anyone appreciates you, another grown-up will loop her trunk around your tummy and pull you away from the water's edge and say, "Come on, silly Tusky." That's a real for instance. Nicknames. Also, when you're the littlest elephant, they call you things like Tusky. I'm going to ask my family not to call me that anymore because I think it's teasing, and teasing is a not okay behavior. And besides, my name is Ruby. My Aunt Akello says it's elephant tradition to call little elephants Tusky when their first tusks appear. She says it's like Buttercup or Roo-Roo or Twizzler Trunk or any of the other gazillion names they have for me. But I don't like Tusky. I don't like it because I have a secret I can't tell the other elephants. Don't tell anyone. My secret is that I hate my tusks. All about tusks. In case you're not an elephant, here's what you need to know about tusks. Tusks are kind of like teeth, which you probably have unless you're an anteater or a turtle or an earthworm. Regular elephant teeth are flat, not pointy, and good for chomping things like grass until it gets nice and smushy. We grow 6 new sets of teeth in our lives. I guess because we use them so much. But nobody cares about those teeth. It's our tusks everyone is interested in, especially humans. Tusks are the white pointy things that extend from the sides of our mouth like big front teeth that forgot to stop growing. They are hard and smooth and curved like new moons. Lots of elephants like me, the ones who come from Africa, grow tusks, boys and girls. Elephants use our tusks for all kinds of things. They help with eating and digging and playing and sometimes even fighting. They are so important that when your tusks arrive, elephants hold a special ceremony to celebrate the occasion. Elephants love any excuse for a party. Anna Kello says tusks are a sign you're growing up. She says the ceremony is a way of honoring that passage. On my tusk day, I have to give a speech while the other elephants listen. It's like a birthday party, only without the fun. Protesting. The reason the grown-ups made me get out of the pond is because it's time for me to practice for my ceremony. But my actual tusk day is 2 whole days from now, so I don't see why I couldn't have had just maybe 5 more minutes of mud fun. Especially since the pond mud is extra gooey this time of year. Anyway, I'm hiding behind this tree because I don't want to practice, in case you're wondering. I'm not pouting, I'm protesting. Unfortunately, it's hard to hide all of you when you're an elephant. Even a little elephant is big compared to a bug, or a squirrel, or a kid. Hide and seek. Yesterday, I tried hiding behind a different tree when TJ, one of the park veterinarians, wanted to check my new tusks. She found me pretty quick. I need better hiding places. Why? Anticello is heading this way. There are 6 elephants in our little herd, and Anticello is the matriarch, which means she is the boss of us. An elephant matriarch is like a teacher, and a counselor, and a rescuer, and a yeller, and a helper, and a nudger, and a guider, all rolled into one. I hope she isn't mad. I really do try to listen to the grown-ups, but every now and then my ears misbehave. Aunt Akello says someday I'll outgrow this stage. Aunt Akello sighs a lot. My Aunt Laheli, who'd been scratching her back on a nearby tree, lopes over and taps me with her trunk. Aunt Laheli is my youngest aunt, and she loves mud almost as much as I do. Also, she likes to play Oops Oopsie, which is when you spray someone with water from your trunk and say, oops, and then they get to spray you back twice as long and say, oopsie. But only if they want to play the game, because otherwise, that is another not okay behavior. An awful lot of things are not okay behaviors. Somebody really ought to make a list. Just for a day, I would like to make all the rules. A good one would be play in the mud as long as you want, even if it's way past your bedtime. You know Akella can see you behind that tree, Tusky, Aunt Laheli says. I don't want to practice for the ceremony, I say. Also, I don't want to celebrate my Tusk Day. Also, please don't call me Tusky. Aunt Laheli cocks her head. Her right eye is golden and large and always smiling. Her left eye is white and blank and doesn't work anymore. A man at the roadside do where she used to live poked it with a stick. But your Tusk Day is a big deal, she says. She lowers her head so I could see how grand her tusks are. They practically glow in the sunlight, and they're a little bit swirly at the tips, which is a nice touch. I just don't care about my Tusk Day, I say. Is it because your tusks still hurt, she asks? Because that goes away pretty fast, I promise. They don't hurt anymore, I say. That's not why I don't want to celebrate. I can tell by Aunt Laheli's expression that she doesn't exactly understand me. I try to explain, but I don't exactly understand me either. All right, that is the end of the first. It actually ended up being 11 pages. The first 11 pages of the one and only Ruby. I really, really like Ruby's character so far, and I'm really excited to see how she grows and develops. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And until next time, happy reading.